All right, everybody, what is going on? Good afternoon. We are working our way through this bye week before the Super Bowl week. A lot of fun stuff going on. We're all very excited. Our team is in the Super Bowl for the first time in over a decade. It feels like it's been a long time coming because this team has put together good squads. This team has come somewhat, kind of, sort of close, and now they've broken through. So, plenty of stuff to talk about the last game we played, plenty of stuff to talk about the game we're going to be playing in a couple weeks. But I want to take one video. I want to take this opportunity to give a shout out to the Seahawks offense. This video is going to be all about the Seahawks offense and how they have been pretty clearly, pretty objectively, pretty obviously the best offense in the NFL so far in the postseason, with only one game left to play. And I know there aren't a lot of postseason games, but they're the most meaningful games. All right, everybody, before we go any further into the video, I want to take a minute to tell you guys about a wonderful app called Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat about sports in real time with other users. You can get all kinds of scores, sports news, and sports alerts with blazing fast speed. And of course, you can play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. So enjoy sports with other people in a community. Download the Sleeper app today and remember to use the promo code SBN, that is SBN, for up to $100 match on your first deposit. And they also have a free $20 entry right now, no deposit required. So pair those two up. Terms and conditions do apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. Check out the Sleeper app and have fun with sports this year. So it obviously starts with points. The Seahawks lead the NFL in points per game in the postseason, averaging 36 points per game. Second place is Carolina, and they only played one game with 31. And even if you throw out the Rashid Shaheed touchdown on the kick return, Seattle still leads the league in points per game in the postseason at 32 and a half. And obviously, they've had some points off of short fields because of turnovers, but every team has that. Maybe Seattle has a little bit more than some of these other teams, but short field scores are part of the game. Points off of turnovers are part of the game. And when you put it all together, this is still pretty clearly the best offense in terms of scoring so far in the playoffs. And you want to go by EPA, which is one of my favorite stats, EPA per play, Seattle is also number one in the postseason at 0.21, better than Green Bay by a little bit. And there's a big drop-off after Green Bay, by the way. You get down to Buffalo and then Los Angeles, and then another big drop-off to Jacksonville. Monster drop-off, really. So they have the highest drop-back EPA of any team in the postseason. Their run EPA is well above average, although there are a few teams that are doing a little bit better there. But yeah, however you want to slice it, this has been the best overall offense in the NFL in the playoffs. Small sample sizes abound, blah, blah, blah. I think we all know that we're talking about just a couple of games here, but I'm going to say it again. These are the games where you want your team to show up at a really high level, right? Just to kind of further hammer it home, we got this tweet from Seaside Joe here that breaks down how good the team has been in the red zone this postseason. On a player level, Sam Darnold is basically perfect in the red zone so far this playoffs. 9 for 12, 93 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions for a QB rating of 136.5, which would be best in the entire league for all quarterbacks. And Ken Walker is also the best running back in the red zone in these playoffs. 59 yards and 4 touchdowns when getting the ball in the red zone. So they've both been money. They've both been best in the league on these important plays, on these important sequences, and that has borne out in the team's performance. So, looking at the two games, and hold on, let me pause that real quick, and yeah, let me pause this as well. So since we were just talking about red zone, the Seattle Seahawks went 4 for 6 in the red zone against the 49ers. So that's 4 touchdowns on 6 attempts. And then against the Rams, they went in the red zone 4 for 5. So that is 8 touchdowns on 11 attempts. Just for reference, in the regular season, Seattle's touchdown percentage in the red zone was 57.14%, which is 14th in the league. So basically, bang average, almost exactly average, and also identical to their percentage last season in 2024. 57.14 last year, 57.14% this year. Literally identical. So this has been a big improvement over the last 2 games they played. Going 8 for 11, that's a touchdown rate of 73%. That would be number 1 in the league for the regular season, right? No team had a touchdown percentage in the red zone that high. The highest was Philadelphia at 70%. So cooking in that area on a very, very obvious level. But let's go further. Third down. Let's talk about third downs. The Seahawks were good on third down against the 49ers. Not special, but they were effective. 4 out of 10. They converted their third downs. And one of their third down failures set up a fourth down conversion on the barnyard play. So that's almost as good, realistically. You could argue it's better because it forces the Niners defense to have to play another play. But whatever, 4 out of 10, that's fine. And then against the Rams, their third down efficiency was 7 of 13, more than 50%. By the way, look at how these other teams are doing on third down that we're playing. The Rams went 1 for 8. The Niners did good. They did 6 for 12, admittedly, but you add those two numbers together, and you're painting a very clear picture of doing a better job of keeping the ball in your possession than the other team. The Seahawks in 2 postseason games have converted 11 of their 23 third down conversion attempts. 11 out of 23. That's about 47%. In the regular season, they converted about 40.5% of their third downs. So, noticeable improvement. They were 14th in the NFL in third down conversion rate in the regular season, and 47% would take them up to third, behind Green Bay and ahead of Buffalo. So, we're seeing all the work we put in this regular season trying to get this offense to where we want it to really, really pay off. We are seeing something very special here with this offense over the last couple games. Look, we didn't need to be good in the red zone against the 49ers. We didn't need to be good on third down against the 49ers. We would have won that game no matter what because it was so one-sided. But you better believe that being good on third down against the Rams and being good in the red zone against the Rams was everything. So this really helps to highlight how much better this offense has been in the playoffs. Obviously, some of it is opponent dependent. The Rams have not played good defense for the last couple of months, really. They're not a very good defense at this point. The Niners, I would say at the point that we played them, probably had what I would consider to be a bad defense. But you play who you play. And these are teams that have given this offense problems previously this year, right? We played the Niners week 1, and they completely shut our offense down. We played the Rams back in week, I think it was 11, and that was a disaster. So for us to churn away like this offensively in both postseason games to where they are basically undisputedly the best offense so far in football in the postseason, it's all really coming together at a very high level. Now, the New England Patriots have the best defense that we've played by far. They have a better defense than either defense we played in the postseason. They have the best defense we played since probably Houston. Like maybe you could talk about the Rams, but again, I think that Rams team just fell off a cliff. And by the time we played them the second time, that was not a very good defense. But even if you want to throw that in there, New England is going to pose challenges that these defenses could not. I know that. I'm aware of that. Believe me. But right now, what we can say is that this offense has put the team on their back because while the Seahawks defense is great and they played great against the Niners, there was not a lot of good stuff coming from them in this Rams game. I'm sorry, there just wasn't. And the offense had to be great for us to win that game, and they were. All right, so good stuff here. Good stuff to look at. Third down conversion rate is up. The red zone success rate is up. The individual play of the players is up. We got JSN with 2 touchdown catches in the red zone this year, by the way. We got JSN just in general playing really good football. EPA per play, loves the Seahawks. It's all coming up good, man. And it's yet another reason why we really, really need to try to do everything we can to keep Kubiak this offseason because the Bills have made their hire, by the way. I know I made a video earlier today that did not factor that in, but the Bills' job is now gone. So we got the Raiders, we got the Cardinals, we got the Browns. If those vacancies can fill up, then we're good. And I think this offense could be the best offense in the league next year with the way things are going. If we bring back Walker and we're able to adequately replace Charbonnet, I think just through the momentum of keeping the same offense in place, keeping the same offensive players in place, we may end up having the best offense in football in 2026 just because of familiarity. All right. See you guys later. Go Hawks. Everybody have a good rest of your day and let me know what you guys think. It's a special squad right now. They are playing at a special level. This offense is cooking and they are playing their best football at the most important time to play your best football. All right, go Hawks.